What part of your soul is desperate to just be seen and be acknowledged and scream with pride on that rock?
But what I was going to say intuitively about this first card that we pulled was this circle to go from like as above, so below energy. Doesn't feel like that's happening in a second. It feels like an entire cycle in order to build all of that, whatever is within.
Yeah.
I'm in the vocation of helping my damn self these days.
You are stronger than your mind. Your mind is not you. You are not your thoughts, but they are there. They are given to you. They happen. So how we work with them. I want my first kiss on camera, but I don't have an intimacy coordinator to help me through this moment.
You need a contract with me for that. But I think we're leaving this for like our daughter to see our process and our dynamic and how we work through things and how we read cards and how we interpret conflict and success and all those things. I think you're really good at reading the cards, and I always like relate it to myself. And I hope whoever's watching this, like, it's not necessarily about my anecdotes about me, but I think I always like to give a version of how you can relate it to you.
Hey guys, welcome to Coffee and Crystals with Josh and Melinda. Lovely to have you here for the July full moon reading. This full moon is coming in on July 29th, and it's called the Buck Full Moon.
What was it?
Because apparently it's just when the male deers grew their horns. I don't know any more about the symbolism of it, but this full moon is, are you ready for this? It's very special for you because it is the Aquarius full moon.
Oh, really?
And it's opposite the sun, which is Leo. So we have the balance of wanting to be out, being proud, have success, recognition, confidence, along with the Aquarian desire for like collective themes, overarching themes. So there's the balance of self and others, sort of the theme, the polarities in this reading. So I'm interested to see what comes up. And yeah, the purpose of this reading is just to connect with the energies for the whole month ahead. Mindy and I unpack what Marie's doing his entrance.
He literally does it at the
every time we
exact
start.
moment.
Every time we start.
Papa, you already had your snack, okay?
So we do this reading just to see what the energies are like, and if they resonate, take them. Take what resonates, make it your own, and hopefully this guides you in any way that it needs to. Yeah, I think we can just dive straight on in today. It just feels like there's no more preamble, so let's connect with the cards and just see what the core theme is, the main theme for this full moon reading. Are you feeling the full moon energies?
Yeah, I am in weird way. It's also just retrograde as well. So I'm feeling the urge to like clean up every little nook and cranny, and also we're in our nesting era. But that, and I've just like misplaced my keys, which never happens. So that's really annoying because I'm always the one who just like keeps in the exact same place, and I just don't know where that is. Yeah, I'm feeling like just finishing up all the projects from the past, and just so I can start this next chapter with consciousness. There's been some like interesting characters as we've been out like navigating just life on the streets, and I'm just like, feels like we met a straight up alien today.
Yeah.
We were like, we had an interaction with someone, and we both were like, and then Josh was like, that was not a human.
She felt like we were interacting with someone from the film Men in Black. But it honestly, like, beyond just any way people present, there was just she was an alien.
She was not real.
We all are. We're all aliens.
Like
we are all aliens in our own way. But yeah, it felt like we were interacting with a character from a film, didn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, the energy in the build-up over the last few days, we've been walking the dog, and there's just been like, it's felt hectic and chaotic, and we've been aware and choosing to like observe and not get wrapped up in it. But I think it's always a test around the full moon is to bring that awareness in. Like, something doesn't feel in alignment, it's probably because the moon is bringing everything out of everyone. The full moon exposes full moon, full heart. We get awakened to what is there, and we see everything very clearly. But I think it, in alignment with Mercury in retrograde, just creates havoc. And a lot, you know, if Mercury's in retrograde, there's something to blame for things going wrong, isn't it? So it's useful to have that. But I think I've been feeling it too. I've just been feeling this push to just complete everything and get everything done. But for me, the Leo Aquarius polarity is real. It's like success that helps the collective alongside my own reward system of being in alignment with that purpose. So I really feel the analysis there of what I got off the internet based on the themes. So it resonates. But let's see what the cards are saying, because for the full theme of this month, we got the One of Earth.
Lower it, I can't see anything.
Sorry, let's get the lighting on that right.
I need to see it in front of my face.
How's that?
I have to put it down here.
Oh, sorry.
I need to analyze it for myself. Oh, I know why.
Let's put our glasses on. Minnie got new glasses.
It's like, why can't I? Still can't.
Yeah, the lighting's not.
I don't understand.
Okay, I'll talk everybody through it. So this is the One of Earth, and you've essentially got a snake biting its tail, and inside are what could be little orbs or eggs, seeds.
Oh, I see now.
Yeah, you
initially
see.
It looks like really whack.
Yeah, yeah. What looks whack about it?
You just, I didn't understand.
I mean, understand?
But I see the snake now.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like little galaxies within.
Yeah, exactly. This is like that. So Earth is connected obviously with Earth. It's the deck that's more to do with the material realm. And so the One of Earth is the new beginning. So there could be new ideas forming around a new beginning with a material with a material realm. It could be a new business venture. It could be a shift in perspective to finance. It could be, I see this as this planting the seeds of something, new ideas forming. And the snake eating its tail is a very traditional alchemical symbol. It's the story of completeness, wholeness going round. So there's a transformation within that. So I would say there's something around money, something around new beginnings. It could be the beginning of a new job, a new mindset. And I'm going to be good and hold the space in your silence and allow that to be.
Sometimes I need to marinate in the energetic south.
I know. I love it. I love it.
Sometimes Josh thinks he's in trouble when I don't speak at him.
No, that's why I was voicing it. I was just catching the
processing.
No,
Again, I think it's as I age, it's a wisdom thing
Yeah.
to just internalize until, like, you know, like my grandfather used to say, if you're not got nothing proper to say, and I said nothing at all.
Yeah, true. But this is a really nice theme, this card, just with the Leo energy, because perhaps there's something that's bubbling that needs to be started, that wants to be brought into the world. With Leo, I always associate it as finding your raw. What are you passionate about? What do you connect with? What part of your soul is desperate to just be seen and be acknowledged and scream with pride on that rock, you know? Listen to the circle of life, which we've been listening to. The circle is right here. And then it's connected with purpose, and then the Aquarian vision of the collective, something for the greater whole. It's powerful. We're in a powerful time, and we're coming up to the 8/8 portal as well. This full moon will be going through that, so maybe we'll get some insight as to what that even means as well. Yeah, let's see what the spiritual through line is for this anyway.
I don't think I've ever seen that card before.
It's amazing how you just get a new insight into the cards every time. Like reading these with you, when you can see the cards, you point out things in them that I've never seen before. You know? Oh, interesting. Nine of Air.
Man, I like that.
This is a hard spiritual through line. There's something emotional connected with this energy. It could be to do with something from the past, emerging, a realization, I haven't been able to self-actualize because I've got this blockage. It could be to do with like a limiting belief if we're connecting it. So our initial instinct when we see that is, something bad's gonna happen. But no, something bad could have already happened that's not been processed. And this is about understanding it with awareness. That's like the trauma-informed nature of therapy. You go in, you do that work, you unearth it, and you go through it so that you can begin on this.
That's what I was just gonna say. It feels like that retrograde energy I was talking about of like clearing out the closets, finishing out the old stuff so you can step into a new chapter. But what I was gonna say intuitively about this first card that we pulled was this circle to go from like as above, so below energy. Doesn't feel like that's happening in a second. It feels like an entire cycle in order to build all of that whatever is within. So I feel like if you're staying in the darkness, it could be a lot of darkness. If you're staying as above, it could be a lot of goodness, or it can be merging in between depending on what you do with this circle and cycle. Serpenty circle of cycle. But I think you can like, I really like the idea of that you have to kind of go through the pain, like even the fact that it's like biting its own tail. You can bite yourself in the ass.
You can bite yourself in the ass,
You know, I don't know where this is going. Or you can, like, if you can end up on the other side of this, like you're in the sky, you're in the higher realms. So just depends on where what you do with this time in retrograde. It always feels like when the planet of Mercury is in retrograde, for what that means, kind of loosely for those who may not know, doesn't mean the actual planet spins backwards, but like the energetic forces. Mercury is the planet of communication, of technology, of contracts, of business, kind of finance, time. So if things come back from the past, like you might mention like exes or unfinished business or stuff. It's not a time to buy new technology. It's not a time to start a new business venture. It's not a time to start a new project. But we were talking about the business stuff. It's not necessarily something new. It's something that has been birthed within, and then that needs to be seen through, but not something new.
That's a good point. It makes me think about incubation. Something's incubating and needs a little bit more
in this time of retrograde, and then when it goes direct, whatever you've been focusing on in this time goes like bow and arrow slingshot forward.
Time for expansion after that. You know, it's been making me think, like, this month, I guess, as we're preparing for our future, I've been having like flashbacks of various times in my past very vividly, and just the memories have felt very, they've been like visions of the shape of the times that have shaped me, whether it's different friendship groups that I might no longer we're growing apart, or different periods in life that were meaningful but chapters, and each of them have served their purpose to turn me into this version of myself. And that's what I've been thinking about, is in order to go where we're going, you almost have to reflect on who you've been, to learn from those versions of self in order to bring as much wisdom into the present moment that you can. And you only have as much knowledge as you do in the moment. Like, learning happens again and again. But I've been really sort of, I call them shower thoughts. They're the thoughts that come up into your mind when and they might be the ones that make you cringe out and go, oh, why did I say that? Or this was awkward. Or positive things as well, just in the day-to-day. But really, I've been scanning through that, and I just wonder if that's been a thing to do with where the planets are in this full moon as well, is that reflection, who you were, or to become who you are going to be. And it's nice to do that. For me, it creates this gratitude of the journey, you know? Yeah. And there was something else I wanted to say on that one of Earth, because it's not necessarily about business either. Oh, that's it. It could be to do with a vocation where someone feels drawn to helping people in this space. There could be a series of this work could be to do with learning how to navigate that in a deeper way. It doesn't have to be with your own personal thing. It's up above, so below, so within, so without. So maybe that resonates with someone. Maybe someone is wanting to connect and enter into a vocation of helping and healing. And
I'm in the vocation of helping my damn self these days. I think as my Aquarius journey has just always been about giving and extending and overextending. I think my lesson in the last little bit, especially with pregnancy, as a little bit of an alien inside of me that I'm taking care of, and what it's doing is it's forcing me to just know my limits and boundaries and focus on self. So natural for me to think like that, but it's fine. My new stage of wisdom is to focus on self and inward and family, like my family, and which includes you, by the way.
Well, thank you very much.
And where we're going and what I have to clean up from my past and my thoughts and my old layer of self. Like when you were talking about going through your shower thoughts, I'm more of a journaler, and I have the same journal, that one that I was working on today, since 2015. And I was looking back at like Mindy 2015 thoughts, and so many of them were so interesting. Like I literally wrote a passage today where it was like along the lines of just not feeling as worthy unless I'm on set. And I was like, I'm doing all the work, I'm doing all the things, you know, why can I not just be there today? And now I see so clearly how all of the time in between has turned me into this version of self that is so secure that I am absolutely, I think, more valuable to myself in my real life than I am on set, playing a fictional thing without any power, unless the story means so much to me that I can make an impact with it. But I almost had to, in that time, 10 years, 11 years, like find that value in myself that I didn't have then. So I was really proud to just know that in my body and truth, like, it's so fun to be on set. So fun to just like see millions more dollars come through and just be around that frequency of magic and networking. And but it's also like temporary and or so out of your control, you know. And that just hit me today of just growth. So hearing you talk about and now to have the balance to merge and to be multifaceted and now to step into parenthood.
I'm so proud of you. It's just so cool.
Thanks.
It's so cool, and you like really come full circle, like that evolution. And I almost wish
you have to go below to come out on top.
Well, you do. So we can't be afraid of these. We can't be afraid of these times because you go through them. You can't avoid feelings. They're gonna come out. Like whatever it is. You have to go through. Like we're called to it, and it's called to us. And you can avoid and run away, but it surfaces and. These might just be the harder feelings, the limited the blockages of low self-esteem, low confidence.
What are you escaping?
What
and
are
how
you escaping?
it? Like it's so much easier to go into a character on set in a fictional life and put self away. I think that was what I was used to in my formative years. So when you finally get confronted with yourself, that is, you know, wherever you go, there you are.
So maybe it's the lion within roaring to be seen with the Leo energy and this 8-8 portal and reconnecting in a new integrated way after doing the work.
Facing yourself and making friends with yourself. We talked about that today. Really making friends with yourself.
This is the only thing you're with 24/7. You know, there's a book called The Untethered Soul. And it's a beautiful book, and it taught me the wisdom. I can't remember the author, but it is you have he calls it an inner roommate, and if this was a person living in your house talking at you all the time, you would ask them to leave, but you can't, so you have to turn towards the many roommates and make friends with them. They all have space at the table. It's work I do with my clients. A lot is the inner roommates and understanding and integrating and giving them all space, but also knowing that you are the ruler of your realm. They can have their opinions that can be heard, but you are the one with the autonomy to make the decision. And it's cool, you know, it's different language for it. CEO, if I'm talking to somebody that's business orientated, you could be like, you are your CEO.
Yeah, I always say that to my
You are your own you are your own CEO.
That's what I always say to mine.
I like the mythic language, so you are your own king, queen.
Classic Aquarius. You're the president of your own life.
President, CEO,
You have the empire within self.
But it's true. Yeah. And that way you realize that you are stronger than your mind. Your mind is not you. You are not your thoughts, but they are there. They are given to you. They happen. So how we work with them. And growth is, for me, the most meaningful journey. Let's see what's underneath this. Let's see what the shadows are.
She's moving around so much. I'm like trying to stay still because she's just like going nuts.
We're starting to see Mindy's belly like
contort,
bulging and moving as our baby's like moving.
I'm like, maybe the more still I am, the more still she'll be. So if I feel like I'm frozen, that's what you can probably like see it.
I'm always so proud of her for being so strong. Both of you.
What choice do I have?
Yeah.
I'm in it now.
Yeah, you have to go through it. Right, this is the card. Warrior of Fire.
I like that a lot.
This is so good.
That's so Leo.
It's so Leo. It's so Aries. I have to lay my claim to it too. But it's so charging towards your goal with passion, almost sometimes reckless passion. You're just like, this is what I want. I'm gonna go get it. So it's like unlocking this go-getter energy. Get things done. The fight has to happen.
I feel like you and your daughter right now have the same energy.
Oh yeah, she's like, yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna hold down the peace.
I wonder if this card is like, you can't go get it because what if this happens or what if this happens? And there's the self-fulfilling prophecy of bad endings. And this is like bursting through to be like, who cares? Go get it. You know?
Yep, you can see that. Or just really sticking through it to like, if you have a vision, if we are just like if your personality is like a collective, can you hold for a second?
Sorry.
If your personality is like a group of like beliefs that you have about yourself or self-limiting beliefs, like they could equally be beliefs that you want to become or traits that you want to become but you don't feel like you have yet. So say you've been like a shitty person or you've done a bad thing or you don't like this habit about yourself and you're feeling like this. It's a good time even in retrograde to sit down and like take a pen and paper or really like, you know, I always talk about acting, but it doesn't have to be professionally. Like go out and act what it's like to be that version of yourself that you want to be. Take yourself out for lunch and just try a new part of your personality where you're like, I'm going to be more kind to people. I'm going to give a compliment to somebody. And then, you know, really walk your walk and adopt that behavior, whatever it is that you're wanting to become until it, you know, doesn't eat away and it just becomes this version of you where you just are that powerful. Or it starts as a thought. Like I know so many people come to me and they're like, I really want to do therapy, but it's just so hard to find. And that's the belief that they stop there. And I'm like, well, yeah, I remember being in the thick of something and that's not when you start, but knowing that you want to be on the other side where you find tools. And that's your world because like you're a therapist. Or when people come to me and they're like, I've always wanted to act, but then life got in the way. And then I'm like, what's stopping you? And they're like, oh, you know, it's hard to make it. Or, you know, there's so many people out there. And I'm like, well, if the quest is to adopt creativity in your life and to be connected to your self-expression, why should money get in the way of that? It should be the way that you style yourself or the way you present your food or cook food or doodle if you're having the calling to like express. And then usually when you're in alignment with that kind of like connection to yourself, that's the je ne sais quoi magical thing that people go, I will pay lots of money to capture that on camera.
Yeah.
So you just really have to go in and be like, what is it that I want to become? And you might not feel like you're worthy of doing that. And it might take a lot of incubation time to get to that. It's not linear.
No,
Literally.
it's not linear.
It's a literal not linear.
Yeah.
But if you really want that and you put in the work, you can get there.
There's a literal volcano erupting at the bottom of this. And I think you're right. I think it's about a beautiful message, by the way, baby. I think there is that connection with something that is just waiting to be recognized within self.
You can't stop here.
You can't stop there. It's going to keep repeating downwards. So accessing whatever it is that's away. This full moon is powerful.
Yeah.
There's something being scratched away. Like a lottery ticket where you scratch and what's underneath it. I feel like there's that, and there'll be the 3 pots of gold. And that's not necessarily money, but something, the wealth is what you discover.
Yeah,
here.
that's what I was talking about with even the creativity.
Yeah.
If you feel like you want to do that, then like, what is stopping you? Someone else booking you?
Yeah.
What if you get a role and you don't even like that role? What if
Yeah.
you don't like the cast? What if you don't like the words you're saying? What if you don't like where you have to go film in some random ass town for a long time and you're isolated? Like, it's not always greener on the other side. It's greener where you water it.
Yeah. We were speaking about that a little bit today, about agency and freedom to be. And I think a lot of this comes when there can be external forces that create like a lack of freedom. Maybe finance, maybe the job, maybe there's a deadbeat scenario, that 9-to-5 cycle, and it just feels like a grind. But how do you unlock agency in your life to create and create, so you bring your inner authentic expression into the world, and for your own sense of self-worth and purpose, and connect with that level of meaning? And that's not to say that, for me, I struggle in that form of structure. So 9-to-5 every day feels very hard. I feel limited and need to burst free. But for some people, that is the idea of heaven. The structure is heaven. So I can only speak from my experience, sorry. But
Depends on what you're doing in that 9-to-5, though. What if it's your dream thing?
yeah, well, exactly. That's what I mean. It could be your dream thing, but maybe that message isn't necessarily for that person because they've probably been on this journey. There's something awakening for another layer. Just as these different examples, it might feel like you're stuck right now, but there is this work to break through. But what we're alluding to is you have to be the creator of change. Can't wait for anybody. Can't wait for the perfect moment. Like it's bursting. It will burst the moment the mind shifts, or you don't give this power.
Yeah, it was cool. I think even journaling, like I need to get back into it. I think I saw the last time, but it's like, I've had that same notebook. It's not a big notebook for like over 10 years, and sometimes it's just a line. But it was so interesting to go back to see what I was yitching about 10 years ago, and one of them was like auditioning for this like Marvel project that I really wanted, and I was like, universe, I want it more than anything. I'll do anything for this. And I've been working so hard, and I've been in the gym and literally with trainers, and I've been building my superhero body, and I've been coaching, and I've been doing this, and it's my next step, and I'm not holding my breath. And the next day will be like, I'm holding my breath, I haven't heard anything. But my sense of self-worth and everything was coming from that next phone call, and I was just sitting there waiting to see, am I good enough? Flash forward, that project has like gone bust and become nothing. Like I don't even, like, irrelevant. And I'm sure someone had a great experience putting it together, and that exploration was for them to go on whatever journey they were supposed to go on. But I feel like the next thing I fully give myself to, like, I haven't worked in zillions of things, but I've worked on a few things for a zillions of years, and I really commit to like giving time of my life to see stories through, like really just big full arcs. You won't catch me in like a random episode of this or that, which is not a problem, but just not my journey. So I feel like the next thing that I give life out of I've built that power in my real life, and the next thing I give it away to will be so worth it. and will have a real impact and will go far and wide. Otherwise, I love who I am in my real true life.
Yeah.
But I can see the time in my journaling when I didn't know what that was. And I would do anything to have escaped it in any character, in any day, just to be in a little hotel room in the LA or New York or wherever the wind took me. And now I have different anchors that I've built for myself that I think would take a lot of intention and structure and a purpose to pull me out of, because I love the anchors that I've designed for myself. And now I feel like this, whether I'm on set or off set, or whether I'm mentoring young actors or in the studio just training without a specific project in mind. But I've built that, and I'm at the point where like I feel that way. I throw on lipstick, but I'm not wearing any makeup. My hair is not styled. I've gained like more than 20 pounds from obviously being pregnant. But I'm just happy.
You're glowing.
I'm a happy person.
You have that inner worth. So what I'm hearing is, just to draw a message from there for maybe people who are in this space, is how can you create anchors?
Yeah, be your friend. Be your own best friend.
How can you create anchors, and what could they be? Different pillars, different corners of the house that make you you. Maybe get a piece of paper and draw a square, and each square is a corner. Like one anchor is I spend time with my dog. One anchor is I read and I learn something. Whatever, it's unique. But also, you said what I give it away to. So I will, when the right thing is here, I will give it away to. And I just want to challenge you on that a little bit, baby. And don't give it away. Bring it. You can bring it to them.
It is my gift to the world, though.
Right.
So I give it because I don't need anything in return.
Yes.
I don't need them to give me accolades and say you're so beautiful and to follow me, and if they do that. But that's what I mean. Like when I give up myself to a project, it's a gift. My creativity offered is a gift because it's for public consumption. Whereas like what I'm like at home. Like we have like the Mindy, Josh, and Mo and Baby show like all day long. It's like a riot, and I feel like if that was a TV show, I mean, everyone probably feels this way, but I'm used to like bottling it up and selling it. Yeah. But I feel like I hear you though.
No, I hear you too. I hear you that it is a gift, and I think that people bring their light, and that is the gift. So I guess I just want to how you can shine and offer that light as a gift, which I guess is received by people, but it isn't extracted. Is kind of, that's what it made me think. The giving away makes me literally think of like, I'm giving this part of myself.
Okay, let me continue challenging you in that realm. Because when I was younger, maybe it was about when I was living and performing more in my egoic state. You can't help it. Like 90% of my posts were selfies. I've literally won a Guinness World Record for selfies. Hired by Skittles. It was not my own endeavor. They just like hired me for that project. We got the Guinness World Record. I have beef with The Rock because he has taken that title.
With Dwayne.
Yes, but my point is now. I lost my point. Don't. Just let me hang on to it. Shit. Stay with me here. It'll come back to me.
Can I help?
Yes?
You were talking about Guinness World Record. You were talking about your previous self, selfies, egoic, giving yourself away.
It'll come back. Okay. But what I was going to say before that crossed into my brain, when I was looking for how to anchor myself when I was not on set, and that was the anchor, is every day I would write out a task to do for my mind, my body, my soul, and my goal. That was my 4 pillars. That was my structure of house, because I was so used to being told what to do and what to say, and I just didn't know what to do with myself. So I think that's how, honestly, why I created my actor, like my mentorship academy, because like I needed it for myself. So something for my mind, whether it was like a walk or journal, a crossword, something, therapy, whatever. Body, whether it's gym, stretching, meditation, whatever. soul, something more spirit-led. Maybe you're doing whatever that is to you. Goal. So like you could be watching a movie, going to a play, you could be taking a class, reading a book. But those were the anchors that I had.
Yeah. And that's a great way of creating and bringing that gift, is realizing what you need. I did exactly the same thing on my self-development journey. I don't know how to be friends with my mind. I've read this book that tells me to do that. I don't know how to do that. What do I need to do that? How can I learn those tools and then implement it into a structure that I can now take pride in working with people who are on their own journey but experiencing similar themes. And so sometimes there is this, have you heard of the wounded healer archetype?
Yeah, isn't it essentially like you become what you needed?
Kind of, yeah, but you're drawn to helping because you've experienced suffering.
Yeah, no, that's literally a story.
And he's connected as he's called Chiron. Chiron, there's a star, and I can't remember the story. I did write a Substack article with Chiron in The Wounded Healer. I need to revisit that.
Yeah, I like it because you don't stay in victimhood. You take something and you turn it into power. And that's how I feel about, again, like I talk about misconception a lot, but that's the Academy. It's like, I didn't have this, and I couldn't sit here and, moan about it. Or I'm like, no, this is why now I was working with some actors the other day, and I was talking about, having your first kiss on camera. And they just looked at me like this, and I was like, when I had to have mine, I had no talk, no chat. You just go for it. There's a bunch of men on cameras right in your face, and you're supposed to just figure it out and navigate it. Now that we're so lucky to have intimacy coordinators, but even then, how do you set boundaries, and how do you give consent, and and I've done actual training to be certified in this, so I can inform. But I lived through just having all types of scenes, even rape scenes and stuff like that, just winging it. And your just actual fear comes out, and they're like, good job, and you're like, I'm actually cringed out. And now there's a structure to it, and instead of just being and I was harmed by the industry, which a lot of people have that, I've turned it into being let me give you some big sis advice. But when I think back to the root of therapy and art and everything, the OG origins, it was the elders would sit the youngins down around a fire and story tell
a story,
and that's how you preserve culture and history and lessons and pass it all down. So for me, mentorship and teaching feels like such a natural part of it. But as we continue learning, that's how we'll continue evolving, so we have more to share.
Yeah, it's quite the journey of transformation and becoming empowered, stepping out of victimhood, understanding the story but not letting it define, and then that is such a epic transformation. Don't get me wrong, from a mental health perspective, it's important to understand those feelings and to feel them. It's part of it. You can't bypass that. You can't bypass these difficult things and be like, I saw it on a YouTube video, I just have to choose the life I want. You have to process and go through it and make sense of it, and piece by piece you grow out of it or through it. And it's not always easy. It can be really intense, but it's the shedding, the shedding of skin to build a new self. So you keep one eye on the light at the end of the tunnel, and slowly, every day you choose it's worth fighting for and growing towards. Otherwise you just get stuck. And you wallow. And I think for me, when I've been in that space, which I have at times in my life, I became addicted to that story. People feel sorry for me if I tell them this. Yes, Josh, that bad thing did happen. That sucks. And then it's why am I finding when I realized that was a form of addiction, the endorphins of pity and empathy. I don't want that to be why people, I don't want to be I'm losing my words. I don't want that to be the reason people think about me in that way. I want to choose life. I want to create life. I want to make heaven on earth.
And you give them that power by giving them that information.
Exactly.
And some people like to see you when you're in that state, but have a hard time seeing you when you rise and grow and evolve, because it's getting that power versus seeing that power and being like threatened by it. I had a chat with my girlfriend the other day, and we were just talking about how we love to see each other shine and grow and evolve, and I genuinely have like secondhand pride whenever she's doing something amazing. Like I feel like it's like I'm so proud of her, like for real. I'm like, yes, I don't even know what the hell you do, but I'm so proud of you. And likewise, and I just think like that is where I love to be with the people around me. But that takes growth, and I think
that's growth.
Yeah.
But also like feelings of jealousy, anger, resentment are human. They're normal.
Oh yeah.
But it's what we do with that knowledge. You have the choice of how to work with it.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes jealousy is appropriate. Like you might feel territorial of your partner and challenged, or and so there's a moving scale on where it's appropriate and where it's not, and what it's doing to your inner world. And
doesn't it highlight an area to work on though? Like you can look back at my 2015 self and just be like, oh, why did that stupid Bint get the role and not me?
Yes.
And then instead I could have stopped and been like, oh, never mind. But I just went to the gym, the actor gym, and I never stopped training. And I just have more tools in my belt. And I just feel like whether I choose to use them publicly or not inside, I just know that I'm a way better performer because I've developed my skills versus just being like, well, it's because I think that's what I was talking about with my
that's definitely what you're
my
talking
social
about.
Media, like back in the day, like you could catch all selfies and it was just about like, tell me how cute I look. Like it wasn't even about tell me how cute I look, but it was like, I know how cute I look. And now I could just go out, wear a cute outfit and not need to post a photo of it just to like get that. In fact, I'd like turn off my comments. Some of them I'll interact so that I can have that, but it's not my fuel.
No, well that does symbolize growth. That's a transformation. And I think that like the brighter you shine, the right people shine with you, and you help each other shine, and that is such a beautiful friendship relationship to bring, and everybody should strive to that. I guess I'm just holding the energy down in the thought of where are those feelings valid, and how can we honor them in times where they actually are protective and not just the mind creating stories. You know, sometimes you do need to have your guard about you and know, so and so.
No, you're good at that. You're very good at that.
We're going underneath now. Oh no, we've been underneath. This is the advice.
I want to see. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, look at the booty on her.
It's called Bati.
Bati.
This is a beautiful card. What does it make you think about, Minz?
It's like the opposite of the snake one, which I know it's earth, but it feels very watery. Like, I don't know, the below part and just the fact that it's blue just is watery. But we're also like, I see like this and then this together, and there's a lot of fire. And you have to go through like the ups and downs, the ins and outs to come out on top and to be like, I knew it. And this to me symbolizes like the internal fire, because it's surrounded by darkness, but it's like
sorry, I'm just loving you just intuitively getting this card picture perfect.
Okay. You make me want to stop. Just
sorry.
That. So yeah, you go in and you have the abilities and the tools to come out on top.
So, yeah, that is basically right. This card speaks of triumph. You will be successful.
But like this to that.
Yeah, this to that.
Hold that up.
You go from this to that. And you see this beam that's cut through the middle that she's like kind of reaching towards.
Do you ever want to just like do somebody's ear?
I want my first kiss on camera, but I don't have a intimacy coordinator to help me through this moment.
You need a contract with me for that. It might cost big bucks.
I got a wedding certificate with you. Does that count? We didn't discuss what scale it would be.
How was that?
I was shy. I didn't perform.
Got orange lipstick all over you.
That's a good one, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to leave it there for the rest of the reading. Yeah, this is the card of triumph, reaching and knowing that what you need to support you will be provided, but also you have that inner resource yourself.
Who's providing it?
God, the universe, life, something that's going to come. This is the higher wisdom card. This is the advice.
Yes, you have to provide it, but you got to work for it. You got to sit and make space to like receive it, you know?
Yeah.
You pray to ask questions and you meditate to hear the answers.
Yes, things aren't just given. You can't sit and meditate for $1 million and get $1 million. But taking the steps, being in alignment. But this is, whatever is troubling, this is a time of breaking through and being triumphant on the other side. And full moon periods are 6 months. So in 6 months' time, we'll be here looking at the Leo new moon, and where it's, you know, these cycles are 6 month periods. So bear that in mind. I just want to do one more card on where we're going, and then we'll draw a dragon card or a Rumi card.
Ow!
What's she doing now?
She like has your like coffee chaotic energy. Not chaotic, just bouncy.
I say.
Is that me and you? I can't.
Potentially. This is.
No, I don't like that. That's not.
This is like crazy energy to end a reading on. I don't think we can end the reading here. I think we have to go into it a little bit further.
What is it?
This is the Tower and the Five of Earth. But actually, this is my.
But what is Five of Earth?
It's like a move, a shift of perspective, feeling locked outside, being on the outside looking in. Commonly associated with a move. It could be a change of job, something sudden and dramatic happens that changes everything. And the Tower, you know what the Tower is? Just like,
Yeah, but I feel like all that stuff is like being towered down.
so we potentially have already experienced this with our exploration of moving, deciding not to. It could just literally be that. And now we're on our path. You know?
Yeah.
There could be...
I think it's the tower of all the self-limiting beliefs and believing that like something outside of you is bigger and better when really you have most likely all of it and a lot of it inside, and what you have is enough, and who you are is enough.
You
wanna marry me or something?
I want to marry something. You'll start speaking in tongues soon. You're interpreting these cards. So the androgynous speaking. No, that is beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful.
That's what I genuinely feel. It's not me wanting to run away from that
No,
card.
nope. That is
just feel
perfect.
like
That is
that's-
perfect. Done and dusted. So you get what you needed from that reading? Good. Let's have a look at the dragon cards. Mindy, I let you shuffling and doing these ones.
I'm holding my fat belly.
Your fatty belly.
She's jiggling up. And she's like moving from one side to another.
Okay. So you want me to do it?
And today I had my diabetes glucose test to see if I'm gestational, and I had to drink a nasty sugar drink, and then it was gross.
You did so well. You're so brave. I said Arcturians when you're speaking tongues, and then there it is in the dragon card. Orange.
And orange is the fire card, and orange was the flavor of that stupid juice I had to drink after my gestational diabetes test.
It all
And let's hope I
connects.
passed it. Let's see.
Orange gold dragon from Arcturus.
I like that.
Opens
you. Let's do it together.
Opens you to knowledge from the new golden age. Carry the energy of the future. Be a guiding light.
Well,
Ding,
sir,
ding,
that's what we
ding.
talked about.
Isn't that what we
Every day.
talked about today and every day and right now?
I know.
I like that reading.
Yeah, it feels very much so like right now. Like that is accurate. I resonate I know we're doing these for like the collective, whoever listens, and I think when I show up to these, and I'm always like, I don't wanna, and then I'm always like, love to be here. I always think it's for our future daughter, because we started doing these like right when we found out we were pregnant. Like I think the first video we were like still not announcing it. It was very early on.
Yeah.
And we were just like secretly freaked out. But when I think about who I show up for in these, it's, you know, I don't care if anyone's looking in 54 minutes and 51 seconds into this, but I think we're leaving this for like our daughter to see our process and our dynamic and how we work through things and how we read cards and how we interpret conflict and success and all those things. And I think if nothing else, for me when I show up, it's for her to kind of see our blueprint in that, but also I think you're really good at reading the cards, and I always like relate it to myself. And I hope whoever's watching this, like it's not necessarily about my anecdotes about me, but I think I always like to give a version of how you can relate it to you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I hope that you get from that.
That's it. How we can just be mirrors. And that's what this is. It's mirrors. Building stories of life, creating, laughing at husbands.
Yeah. Being beat up.
Ah!
By your daughter from the inside out.
I just want to say before you reveal today's crystal, on the theme of what you just said, coffee and crystals is building life one sip at a time. And now you can reveal this.
Okay. This is my bola. What is that? This is my pregnancy bola. I was very blessed by
Hold it up.
You hold it up. I'm already holding it off. It's so beautiful. And I want to talk about this because it's my newest piece of divination tool. Actually, it's not necessarily mine. It's my daughter's, built by me and loved ones. But I was blessed by one of my dearest longtime clients. His mom has become just, I didn't even know. Okay, that's enough. Speaking,
Rude.
didn't even know, anyways, it feels like a long internal story of just, this is a, look up a bola if you really want to know what it is.
Share it, it's beautiful.
I'm tired.
I know, but one last thing, it's beautiful.
This is my bola.
She's tired.
You tell them.
It was made with intention.
Yes.
And
let's see how much you listen.
The bell in it has a chime that you play to the belly so the child can hear it through the belly, and it's a spell of protection and soothing and calming. So even when the child is born, you play that and they can hear it to feel calm. But it makes a spell because if there's evil eye, we've spoke a lot about hard feelings that can be projected onto the child before they're born. It deflects that and keeps everybody safe. It protects us from the evil eye.
What he said.
And yeah.
And the person who was our guide through this ceremony was a beautiful mother of one of my clients, who through show business we've just discovered a spiritual connection all on her own, which is very cool. And I was so lucky that she had the idea to gather a few of my special friends and I to make these, and she brought all of these things. So you pick up, she had a bunch of the frequency of the ball, and you kind of just pick up which one resonated with you, and this was the tone that did with me. And then she had all of these different types of crystals, and it was a really interesting process because there were so many different kinds. Like on this, there's I think obsidian, and there's jade, and there's a lot of like agate, and a lot of lighter stones that I don't think I typically would have gone for lighter. And then around the neck, I felt called to use the darker ones for more protection, but around my neck where it's just, the whole thing could have been dark, but I just felt like that intuitively, and I started it off with dark beads. And then there's a moon and a little Herkimer diamond. What?
Just love you.
Love you too. And Yeah, it was interesting because sometimes you'd pick up a bead and think that that would be one for the necklace and it just wouldn't go on. And you're like, okay, you don't want to come home with me. And then you put another one on, it slides right on. And you really just have to like pay attention. But I didn't really have a design in mind when I set out to do this. But I really am in love with how it started with the protection and the jade, and then went all light throughout, and then got dark toward the end with some jade around the neck with the moon there. So I played that little bell for little girl every day. I should be wearing it out, but I'm just so scared of it breaking and then all my beads falling out. So I don't wear it out. I wear it to like sit and meditate, and then when she comes out, I'll hang it on her bassinet or crib, so she can have that familiarity.
Lovely.
I definitely had like a pregnancy brain fart earlier in this reading, and you can tell that I'm done.
It's time to wind down.
It's time for me to get a massage from my husband.
Is anywhere open right now?
Yeah, Husband Cafe. And what do you call them?
Tickle tickles. I don't call them that. Good night, guys.
Every night, it cracks my bones. It's actually you become very intuitive with how to crack up my body. She looks kind of alarming sometimes. Would you like to? I need one right now.
Let's save.
Twist me. I need it now.
Twist and shout.
Oh.
Probably can't.
I don't care if they can hear it from me.
Break up your bug.
Oh. Oh.
Good night, guys. Thank you for being here. See you in the next video.
Peace out.
Bye.